What's up, Soul Fam, and everyone out there in the world? This is Nihility Tintinti Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn for the second half of the Sun transitioning in the sign of Libra. And before I start with the reading itself, I really want to go over a few themes, which are the first one being Sun and what it represents. So the Sun represents our actions, our viewpoints, how we see the world around us, as well as correlates to our wants. And it's going to be in the energies of Libra, which is cardinal air, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Libra was born out of the 7th house of relationships and how you relate to others. Now, you Aquarius are fixed air, being fixated on your own ways of thinking and communicating. And Aquarius was born out of the 11th house of how you're seen in the public arena and your associates and people, places, and things that you associate yourself with. So, with that being said, one last thing before we start the reading off is the alignment between Aquarius, you being Aquarius, and Libra itself. So, with the Sun being in Libra, this is a trine. So you're going to have the gift to be more initiative with your thinking and communication when it comes to your fixed air energies. So, I can either be positive or negative, so just keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to shuffle the Universal Tarot deck a couple more times, and then pull clarification cards out from the Waite deck, and then pull 3 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, for these cards, and we'll get started. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. Mind you, the Moon is going to attract this energy, so you're going to attract people who have the gift to be more initiative with their own fixed ways of communicating with you. But anyways, excuse me. So, the overall energy of the reading is the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is talking about you carrying burdens or carrying responsibilities during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. So, you're either dealing with burdens or responsibilities at this time. Now, your first card is the Moon card for the Universal Tarot deck. So, the Moon is Pisces energy, so you could be dealing with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Pisces in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But overall, you are using your intuition as well as the need to embrace the unknown but not feel the unknown. Keep in mind that fears are just you as a spirit, being no thing, no shape, no form, creating and agreeing with thoughts and feelings. So create specifically negative thoughts and feelings when it comes to feel. So create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings, moving forward to embrace the unknown and not fear the unknown during this time. Now, your second card is the Sun card, which is Leo energy. So you could be dealing with the Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, all have Leo in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But overall, I see you having a very good energy and being happy during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra, with the Sun card showing up. Now, your third card from the Universal Tarot deck is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is talking about you being up in your head, but also acting, that would be the negative side of the King of Swords, is to overthinking, positive side of the King of Swords is speaking the truth, being fair. Assertiveness is good to an extent. Don't be over assertiveness, over asserting, but assertiveness is good, especially with yourself. And being logical and analytical about the circumstances, situation that you're in during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now, your fourth card for the Universal Tarot deck is, well, before I get ahead of myself, with the King of Swords also, do your best to balance out your thoughts and emotions in an equal amount. Don't be too emotional, but don't overthink yourself to the point that you take yourself out of the circumstances, situation that you actually want and desire to be in your life during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now, with the fourth card for the Universal Tarot deck, you get the Strength card, which is Leo energy. So you could be dealing with the Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or have Leo in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But overall, you are having the strength, or you are gathering the strength to move forward during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra when it comes to whatever it is that you want and desire in your life, or just the overall circumstances, situation as a whole during this time. Now, your fifth card from the Universal Tarot deck is the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is talking about you having a new opportunity in the material world, either giving birth to one, from coming up with an idea internally and implementing it into the world, or you being handed one from an external person or external source of some kind. So, do what's best for your highest good and the betterment of your being, and accept this, especially if it is for your said good, for your said betterment of your well-being and your highest good during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Alright, you'll notice it cut. I tried to pause the video, but my finger slipped and pushed the stop button. But anyways, we're on the Ace of Pentacles. So, this is a material, like I said, this is a material opportunity either being handed from you from an external source, or you creating this opportunity for yourself in the material world. Do what's best for your highest good and the betterment of your well-being during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now, moving on to the sixth card from the Universal Tarot deck that you get is the Hangman, which is Pisces energy. So you can begin with the Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Pisces in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But overall, you are either in a stagnant place or having a change of perspective of some sort during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Keep in mind that Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter are all going direct, and Jupiter and Saturn should be going direct very soon, here shortly. So, with that being said, moving on to your seventh card for the Universal Tarot deck, which is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is talking about you walking away from something emotional, and from you walking away, I have a dog crying, keeps distracting. So, with the Eight of Cups, this is you walking away from something emotionally, and leaving things that no longer serve you for your well-being and your highest good during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But this could also be just a temporary leave. But whatever the case, it is dealing with leaving emotionally, either temporarily or permanently, during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now your seventh card for the Universal Tarot deck is the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is talking about feeling alone, or having to do things by yourself, as you can see here, the woman is looking up to the moon, which the moon in tarot represents intuition. So follow your intuition while being in this place of doing things by yourself, so you can choose what's best for you, your highest good, and the better of your well-being. Moving forward during the second half of the sun, transition to the sign of Libra. And then your last card, but definitely not least, from the Universal Tarot deck you get is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is talking about you either going through a heartbreak or going and having to make necessary sacrifices, with the Ten of Wands being the overall, and I feel like his own responsibilities. This very well could be necessary sacrifices that you're needing to make during the second half of the sun transition sign of Libra, but there's also a possibility that this is talking about a heartbreak as well. We just have to clarify when we get to it. Now, let's move on to clarifications, starting with the Ten of Wands being overall. So, the Ten of Wands is clarified by, give me 1 second. The Ten of Wands is clarified by the Page of Wands. So, the Page of Wands is talking about a vision that you're given forth to in a vision for yourself. But with all pages comes an energy of stewardship or needing to learn along the way. So, this vision that you've envisioned for yourself while learning along the way is responsibilities that may feel like burdens for you during the second half of the sun transition to the sign of Libra. Just do what's best for your highest good and the better of your well-being moving forward. Now, with the Moon card is clarified by the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is talking about an energy of discontent. You may feel discontent because you've needed to embrace the unknown but don't feel the unknown, and wait for things to grow into fruition. That's what I feel like. Don't focus on what you don't have, but focus on what's being handed in front of you during the second half of the sun transition to the sign of Libra. And don't fear the unknown, but embrace the unknown and use your intuition to choose, again, what's best for you and the highest good and the benefit of your well-being during the second half of the sun transition to the sign of Libra. Now, with the Sun card is clarified by the King of Cups. So the King of Cups clarifying the Sun card is talking about, as long as you remain emotionally grounded, happiness is going to come into your life during the second half of the sun transition to the sign of Libra. And by you being emotionally grounded, this is coming into, again, into your life during this time. Now, with the King of Swords is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles clarifying the King of Swords means that something in the material world that you're giving birth to. While again, like I said with the Page of Wands, Page represents stewardship energy, so you're learning along the way when it comes to a work, business endeavor, goal, aspiration. But this work, business endeavor, goal, or aspiration has got you in your head, where you're doing your best to think analytically and logically about it. Do not overthink it, and instead balance your thoughts and emotions in an equal way during this time. Now, with the Strength card, the Strength card is clarified by the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is talking about either nostalgia and having to have the strength to get past the nostalgia, or having this, by sharing with others and others sharing with you, that is giving you strength to move forward during this time of the sun transition in the second half of Libra for yourself. So you will know which one it is, or it could be both. But let's move on to the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Strength card, which is again Leo energy. So you could be dealing with the Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or have Leo in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Libra. And with that being said, you all, from having strength, you are giving birth to a new material opportunity for yourself, or getting handed one from an external source. So it's deriving from you having the strength, some form of strength during this time. Now with the Hangman is clarified by the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is talking about is a fast action card, fast movement card, but it's also about communicating about what you want and desire. So by doing this, you're going to either be, I feel like this is talking about a change in perspective. So by taking action and communicating, you are going to be in the energies of switching perspective during this time. So, or it could be just stagnancy on what it is that you want to take action and communicate about. Again, you will know what that represents for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. Now with the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is talking about having gone through a lot of experiences and hardships. I feel like you are walking away and moving on from these hardships or these bad experiences that you've had, and I feel a sense of healing, even though the Star card's not healed. But with the Six of Cups representing, not the Six of Cups, Eight of Cups, walking away. I've been saying Six of Cups. No, it's the Eight of Cups. It's walking away from something emotionally, and it's dealing with something that you've been wounded by or had gone through not so good experiences. But I do see you walking away from this. Now with the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is talking about self-deception or deception from others. With the Five of Pentacles being here, I feel like the self-deception could very well be your own. If it is, do your best to not self-deceive yourself and create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings about what it is that you feel alone about, so you don't self-deceive yourself. But this could also be self-deception from others, so just keep game when it comes to that. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but just reading what the card is telling me. But it is talking about, with the clarifying the Five of Pentacles, the self-deception either from somebody else or from yourself is putting you into the state of loneliness or feeling alone at this time. And it very well could be something that you're working on, because it's clarifying with the Ten of Wands being either burdens or responsibilities that feel like burdens, and clarifying the Page of Wands and the Seven of Swords popping in the Five of Pentacles, with the Five of Pentacles clarified by the Seven of Swords. It very well could be your work, especially with this King of Swords and the Page of Pentacles clarifying this King of Swords. So just watch out for any self-deception at this time. So that's what I feel heavily on just by looking at the spread. Now with the Three of Swords, the Three of Swords is clarified by the Magician. So the Magician is Virgo energy, so you could be dealing with the Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Virgo in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. But overall, you are manifesting, but through this manifestation, or you manifesting, you are needing to make necessary sacrifices moving forward during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Libra. So, with that being said, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck. Let's see what Mother Moon has to say to you. Someone's, give me 1 second. Okay, so well, mainly Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. Moving on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end this reading off. So, let's see what you guys got going on. From Mother Moon. And So your first card for Mother Moon to you, to me, is New Moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So it is time to take action on this, which I can see you're taking action on what it is that Mother Moon is advising you to take action. I feel like this is just confirmation for you, because I do see movement that you're making, but just do your best to watch out for the self-deception at this time, and keep in mind to take action on what it is that you are envisioning for yourself, as well as wanting to move towards and communicate about during the second half of the Sun transition to the sign of Libra. Now, with your second card from Mother Moon to you, to me, is Full Moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So, again, it's talking about the Seven of Swords, this self-deception, as well as this Nine of Wands, letting go of past hardships and bad experiences, not letting those affect you anymore, and releasing the negativity during the second half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Libra. And then your last card, but definitely not least, from Mother Moon to you, to me, is New Moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. So, bring love into the situation that you got going on for yourself during the second half of the Sun transition, the sign of Libra, when it comes to your work and your life overall during this time. And with that being said, that'll be all for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. This general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. I hope this helped. Hope this brought clarity or aided you anyway. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dola McClellan Man. Y'all be blessed. Know that you'll never be less. Y'all take care and peace.